Hey everybody, it's Daniel here from InfoRest. Hope you're all doing well. So, when will we start to see this unemployment rate that's been at all-time lows start to pick up? Right? I mean, the last non-farm payrolls report, the jobs data, starting to look like it's fine. Things are strong. Although the Federal Reserve has said in their projections that, they could see the unemployment rate go up, especially next year. So, okay, if the unemployment rate's going to go up next year, I mean, how can we know for sure that's going to happen? And especially by the magnitude amount, generally when you see the unemployment rate pop for or go up by just 0.5% in history, it has suggested that we will see the economy go into a recession, and not just a typical recession. We will see the economy go into a typical recession whenever the unemployment rate spikes up by, I believe it's 0.4, 0.5%. What follows after is the recession and the unemployment rate going up further higher. So that's what history has told us and shown us. And that's what the Federal Reserve has also put in its projections. Now, they tweak it here and there, saying that, oh, okay, maybe soft landing, maybe not. Although, yes, Powell did come out in the last meeting, did say that soft landing is not in our base case. The equity markets went up. Well, it didn't go up on that day, but the equity markets are now going up, right? Completely forgetting about that scenario, shrugging it off, saying that, oh, maybe we are going to see a soft landing. But what I would say is what you want to pay attention to about when this unemployment rate starts to pick up is all coming down to the yield curve. Watch the yield curve. If you see the steepening in the yield curve, you put a chart, let's say you put a graph out, right? I wish I could put this out there on the on this video. Maybe I'll do it next time. But if you just search the yield curve and compare it with the US unemployment rate, you see the yield curve leads and the US unemployment rate follows along. So if you're getting that steepening, which we did get some steepening in the yield curve. We're now got a little bit of flattening, but it can continue back up. If we get aggressive steepening, and let's say the curve first goes down like this, which it has back in 2022, the yield curve flattening, and then it's starting to steepen, right? So the yield curve is going back up, and the unemployment rate is also coming down, and it's sitting here. The unemployment rate is a little bit delayed, right? So it doesn't have that reaction doesn't come very fast, right? So the leading indicator, you could argue, is that yield curve steepening. So as the yield curve steepens, this unemployment rate starts to follow. And then when it really exacerbates the yield curve steepening, because it's most likely going to be driven by the short end of the bond curve, where you're getting rate cuts, causing the yield curve to really steepen, that's when you'll see also the unemployment rate start to spike up and follow as well. So when you then get that spike in the unemployment rate, there's no question about it that, yeah, we're getting that typical recession. We're getting that hard landing recession, which people are arguing that we're not going to see, right? So I would say that this time is not different. I don't think so. This time is different in the sense that we are doing, the U.S. is doing a lot more printing of money or stimulus, you would say, for more from more of the fiscal side, not from the monetary side of things, but from the fiscal side of things. They're running more deficits, which is keeping, you could argue, the economy, in afloat, right? It's still doing well. So unless that starts to really taper down, and we start to see the effects of monetary policy, or the central bank decides that they want to continue to hike more because of all the fiscal stimulus that's coming out, because their current rate hikes are not doing enough work. If that happens, then you might see the effects of that recession, that hard landing that some people might be thinking about. And that might come, who knows when, 6 months from now, 1 year from now, or later. And that's why you're seeing this to be a very delayed recession. I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see a recession in 2025, right? Maybe end of next year or 2025. And guess what? It happens to be where the U.S. elections are, right? So you could probably see some volatility or mess around that time as well. So let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment below, subscribe, hit the like button, bell icon to be notified on the next video, and I'll see you guys around. Cheers, bye.